Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before tonight's meeting starts, I just want to outline Council's governance rules, Council meetings making them a safe place for everybody. During the Council meeting, members of the public cannot address the meeting outside. Well, we're not having public question time tonight, but normally couldn't address it outside public question time. Must not interject or act offensively, must remain seated, must switch your mobile phones to mute. So can I just ask everyone just to check that your phones are on mute? Tonight's meeting will be live streamed and we don't want to have lots of noise. Must not operate any recording device, audio or visual, without obtaining the consent from the Chief Executive Officer at least 3 days prior to the meeting. And can display placards or posters provided they're not offensive, don't obstruct entrances and exits to the chamber or impede any view or person. The Chair can direct any member of the public to stop interjecting or acting offensively. If that behaviour continues, the Chair can ask an authorised officer or a member of Victoria Police to remove members of the public from the chamber. And I'm confident for the mayoral election today that that won't be the case. To go. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jackie Wetherill and I have the privilege of being the Chief Executive Officer for the City of Greater Dandenong. It's my pleasure to welcome you tonight to the Council meeting to elect the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land upon which we meet today, the Bunurong people, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. Here at the City of Greater Dandenong, we acknowledge all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and their living connection to climate, culture, country and waterways dating back tens of thousands of years. And in particular, I want to welcome any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who are with us today, and in particular, Uncle Mark Brown, who's going to speak to you in a moment for a welcome to country. Hi, Mark. A warm welcome also to our distinguished guests this evening, including current and former councillors. I want to acknowledge in particular Councillor Gary Rowe from the City of Casey, who's with us today, former Councillor Wayne Smith from formerly from the City of Casey, and Yu Hong Chi, who is former Mayor and Councillor for the City of Greater Dandenong. I also want to acknowledge any other former councillors, state and federal members of parliament, our city's living treasures, of which I understand there's quite a few tonight, the many faith and community leaders and their friends and family of our councillors. Thank you all for coming together tonight. We're now going to move into the business of tonight's meeting, and I've received one apology for tonight's meeting from Councillor Bob Milkovich. I've also received one disclosure of interest tonight for Councillor Jim Mametti for item 2.5, the appointment of council liaisons and representatives to committees, peak industry bodies, regional and community-based organisations. The nature of the interest is a direct material interest of a non-pecuniary nature, as Councillor Mametti is a director of a company that has a stall at the Dandenong market. And as such, Councillor Mametti will leave the chamber before voting on recommendation 2 of the item. Are there any other disclosures of interest from councillors? No. If there are no other disclosures of interest, I will now move to item 1.3, which is the traditional welcome to country. And tonight it is my sincere pleasure to invite Uncle Mark Brown to formally welcome us to country. Thank you, Mark.
Good evening, everybody. I'll acknowledge everyone on this side of the room first, as my back will be turned to you, so I can acknowledge everyone from outside. So good evening, everybody. How are we all? I heard a few of you. We can try it again. How are we all? That's it. That's how we Wominjanka, that's how we come together here on Bunurong country. Always happy, always proud. I am Uncle Mark Brown. I'm an elder and a senior cultural heritage officer of the Bunurong people. I'm a Gundi Jamara man on my mother's side, and I'm a Bunurong man on my father's side. And tonight, I'm here to welcome you to my father's country. Beautiful Bunurong country. But before we do that, as always, we take a moment, we pay our acknowledgements, and we pay our respects. We pay our respects to all of my ancestors. We pay our respects to all of my elders. And we pay our respects to all of my community members, past, present, and emerging. And we acknowledge the continuous and unbroken connection to country for the Bunurong people. We also pay our acknowledgements and respects to all traditional custodians, Aboriginal and Torres Strait, who work, rest, live or play on Bunurong country. We acknowledge their continuous and unbroken connection to country for all of their people. And we thank each and every single one of them for being here with us. But tonight, on these sacred lands, we all gather in the spirit of respect, unity, and reconciliation. And this welcome, this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to honour and respect the deep cultural heritage of the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nations, whose elders and community members have generously looked after these lands for countless generations. My people have a deep spiritual connection to these lands, encompassing all of our rivers, our mountains, our coastal areas, and all of our beautiful bushlands that surround us today. Our traditional territory spans from the Werribee River in the west and moves to Diggers Rest in the north. We move over to the Dandenong Ranges, the Yarra Valleys, and down to Wilson's Prom. We encompass the top end of Tasmania, which we share with the Palawa people, and French and Phillip Island are also ours. These are the traditional lands and territories of the Bunurong people that I welcome everybody to today. And as I said, we have a deep spiritual connection to our lands, and we have a strong cultural identity tied to our ancestral plains. All of our stories, our traditions, our language, our culture, and Bunjil's law were interwoven with the very fabrics of the soils that surround us, reflecting my people's profound knowledge, wisdoms, and ongoing custodianships to all of our ancient lands. And as we gather here today, we recognise that this welcome is a part of our shared journey. It's a shared journey of reconciliation. And it's a shared journey of understanding. And by acknowledging and encompassing the deep ritual heritage of the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nations, we strive to foster mutual respect, cultural exchange, and a celebration of diversities. So on behalf of all those gathered here today, I extend my heartfelt welcome. May our time together be filled with reverence, learning, and a renewed commitment to honouring and cherishing the Bunurong people our traditions, our language, our culture, and our law. But more importantly, honouring and cherishing the sacred lands on which we stand. So, Wominjeka. Everyone say Wominjeka. That's beautiful. Do we know what Wominjeka means? Yes. It means welcome. It means we come with purpose. It means we gather in love, we gather in unity, and we gather with respect. So, Wominjeka. Wominjeka Balakiaka. Ngata Bundarang Balak Bik. And welcome. We all come with purpose to beautiful Bundarang country. Please walk it with soft feet and very, very open hearts. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Mark Brown, for such a beautiful welcome to country, and what a lovely welcome to item 2.1, which is the election of the Mayor. Section 25(1) of the Local Government Act 2020 requires that the Chief Executive Officer chairs the election of the Mayor. This is the only time that I get to chair a meeting. And Section 26(3) of the Act requires that Council must resolve whether the Mayor is to be elected for a 1 or 2 year term. Therefore, I ask councillors for a motion from the floor in this respect.
Councillor Garrard, I move that the Mayor be elected for a 1 year term.
Thank you, Councillor Garrard. Is there a seconder for a 1 year term?
Councillor Tan, seconded. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Tan. Is there any opposition? If there is no opposition, the motion is carried. I would now like to call for nominations for the position of Mayor.
Councillor Dan, I'd like to move Councillor Mehmeti to be Mayor for the City of Greater Dandenong 2024 and 2025.
Thank you, Councillor Dan.
Councillor Formoso to second.
Thank you, Councillor Formoso. Are there any other further nominations?
Yes, I second the nomination.
Lana already.
Lana.
Linda already second.
Thank you, Councillor. We've already got a seconder from Councillor Formoso. So we have one nomination on the table for the position of Mayor for the 24-25 term. This is for Councillor Jim Mehmeti. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, I am delighted to declare Councillor Mehmeti the new Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong. If Councillor Mehmeti would like to come forward, please, and accept the mayoral robes and chains and take over the seat of chair. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Woman Jika, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And a big thank you to Uncle Mark Brown for a wonderful welcome to country. I would also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Bunurong people, and pay my respect to their elders, past and present. As a council, we recognise and respect their continuing connections to climate, culture, countries and waters. I would also like to pay my respects and acknowledge the journey of all the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people and their elders present here today. Firstly, I would like to thank the outgoing Mayor, Councillor Lana Formoso, for her dedicated service over the past year. Lana, you led this council with tenacity and unstoppable energy, and I applaud your passionate community advocacy, especially in relation to road safety. I'd also like to thank the outgoing Deputy Mayor, Richard Lim, OAM, for working tirelessly to promote Greater Dandenong and the programs and objectives of Council. I would also like to acknowledge our CEO, Jackie Wetherill, and Council executive members and staff. I would like to working with you all to achieve successful outcomes for our great city. Thank you to my fellow councillors for this great honour. I appreciate your continued faith in me. What a privilege it is to be elected as Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong for the 6th time, having previously served in this important role in 2010, 2014, 2017, 2020 and 2022. To my amazing family, my wife Mary, and our 3 adult children, and our 6 grandchildren, who you've seen at the front there, and little Aurora's making all the noise. I'm excited to share that we have another grandchild due next month. And to my mum and dad, who are all in the chamber this evening, thank you for always providing your unwavering support to me so I can confidently and effectively serve in this role. Having migrated from Macedonia to Australia at a young age, Dandenong has been my home for more than 50 years. This city is, in fact, home to 4 generations of my family. We were embraced by so many friendly people when my family first arrived. And since then, we have continued to work hard, show resilience, and find ways to give back to our community. And as our community, Greater Dandenong has so much to be thankful for, and so much more to celebrate. Whatever faith you follow, wherever you were born, and whatever language you speak at home, Greater Dandenong is a welcoming place for everyone. We have wonderful people, active and connected multicultural communities, a food scene to rival any in the world, and a manufacturing hub of national significance. And as we all know, communities with a high multicultural population are good places to experience just about anything and everything, from singing and dancing to food and the lifestyle that comes with living respectfully together in peace and harmony. People from over 150 different nations, that's 3/4 of the nations, states on earth, have come to Australia and made Greater Dandenong their home. This diversity adds great strength and vibrancy to our city, and we are well aware of the many benefits, strengths and jobs experienced within our multicultural community. But of course, there are barriers and challenges faced by people from multicultural communities, and it is our role as elected leaders to foster the ideas of understanding, openness, inclusion, and embracing differences in our families, neighbourhoods, and social circles and workplaces. We have a strong team of elected councillors, and we have the talent, the resources, and the passion to get things done. I am looking forward to working together to utilise our collective knowledge, our personal lived experiences, and our combined energy to serve the people of Greater Dandenong. I can honestly say that I am proud now to represent our diverse, vibrant community as I was on the first day that I was elected 19 years ago. We have much to look forward to in the year ahead. In this council term, we look forward to finalising a new council plan in coming months that will reflect the thoughts and ideas from our community, seeing progress towards the revitalisation of central Dandenong and securing funds for the Springvale Revitalisation Plan, continuing with important major projects to deliver high-quality facilities that our community needs and deserves. Keysborough South Community Hub, due for practical completion in the second half of 2025, and the Dandenong Wellbeing Centre, where an evaluation of tenders for the construction of the facility is underway, and we expect to report to Council early in 2025. Once again, I thank my fellow councillors for giving me this opportunity. We will work together with our community to realise our vision and achieve the strategic objective of our council plan. Thank you. Would any councillors like to address this meeting? I would start by Councillor Trung.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I would like to say congratulations to you, your position. And we worked together over 16 years together. I can say that you are very, very good man and good mayor for City of Dandenong, and also for the councillor and also council staff as well. As a councillor, I promise to work with you and try to support you as much as I can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Trung. Councillor Formoso.
Mayor Mehmeti, congratulations for the sixth time. Absolutely incredible. Well deserved. I'm sure your family here is extremely proud, particularly your parents from migrant parents just like mine. I know you live and breathe the Dandenong, and you will serve as a fantastic mayor for the coming year. I look forward to working with you, particularly all the projects that we have towards sports clubs. I know you're a sportsman. I love your sports, so really looking forward to us working together and achieving great outcomes for our community. Incredible of you to do this so many times, and I'm sure you're going to do a stellar job in the coming year. So congratulations once again. I know the city's in great hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Formoso. Councillor Yim.
Congratulations on being elected as mayor. Councillor, it's very exciting to be working with you. My family and I have known you to be our councillor and our mayor for many years. I'm sure you'll lead the council with great wisdom and insight. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Councillor Yim. Councillor Tan.
Thank you. Congratulations, Councillor Mehmeti, you elected mayor. Obviously, 6 times, that's a huge success for you, so congratulations. And I'm looking forward to working with you, also support you for the next 12 months. I know you had a great experience the last 6 times, so looking to look at your, working with your leadership as well. So great to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tan. Councillor Garrard.
Thank you, and I wish to acknowledge that we are on the unceded lands of the Bunurong people here tonight and pass on my respects. I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the newly elected mayor and the yet-to-be elected deputy mayor, and wish them both every success in their term. In equal measure, I wish for our great city that we will one day achieve a mayoral election process with greater transparency and fairness. I also wish to sincerely thank the residents of Cleland Ward for their confidence in electing me to represent their interests in council. I look forward to beginning the work of council very soon and achieving great things for our city. I also wish to express my gratitude to all the volunteers that dedicated their time and energy to my campaign. Lastly, I want to acknowledge the tremendous level of distress I found in our city when I was door knocking. Tremendous amount of housing stress, where many people were one rent rise away from living in their car. And I hope very much to work in collaboration with the Mayor and soon-to-be Deputy Mayor and work very hard to relieve the housing stress in this city and do everything we can to relieve the distress that our community are currently experiencing. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Garrard. Councillor O'Reilly.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations. And I think it is good that in the first year of a new council that we have our most experienced Mayor appointed to the role, that being yourself, Councillor Mehmeti. As Councillor Garrard mentioned, there are significant challenges in the community that this council should seek to address, and I'm sure you will be a pair of safe, strong hands to lead this council over the forthcoming 12 months in attempting to address those challenges. So congratulations, and you have my full support.
Thank you, Councillor O'Reilly. Councillor Doe.
My congratulations to you, Jim, on being elected Mayor. As a first-time councillor, I can definitely echo sentiments that I very much look forward to working with you on achieving great outcomes for our community, and your mentorship is really, really well valued and needed at this time. As Sean and Rhonda have mentioned, we are facing great challenges in our community, so being able to address that and having you by our side is really important. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Doe. Councillor Dunn.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Look, your record of service to the community really speaks for itself. As a neighbouring ward councillor as well, you've been an incredible source of knowledge, and I'm grateful for the time that you've taken out, particularly when I was first elected earlier this year as well, advising on matters important to our communities, particularly on the border of our ward boundaries in Dandenong West. Whether it's advocating for greater investment into local infrastructure or supporting our amazing small businesses on Heading Street, you've always consistently demonstrated a real ability to deliver outcomes for our community. And it's difficult to go anywhere with you without people stopping you on the street to say hello, and to thank you for your work and for the work that you've done for their families as well. So I wish you all the best for the coming year, and I look forward to delivering more wins for our community with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Dunn. Councillor Lett.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'm so nervous today. The first time I here for the election for the mayor and deputy mayor as well. So, first thing is, I would like to congratulate Mehmeti Jim. You are like the big brother, my teacher. You are welcome me. In the first day I come here, you say I will be your brother, show you everything about life mentor. So the first time I see you, I so admire you because I know you on the media. You work so much about community for all around city of Dandenong. So you are deserved for that. You are deserved for everyone, every councillor and all of 11 councillors vote for you. And then I would like to looking forward to work with you, and you mentor me, and together we are 11 councillors here to push up Dandenong go better than before a lot. Thank you.
We'll move on to item 2.2, election of the Deputy Mayor. Section 20A of the Local Government Act 2020 states that an office of Deputy Mayor may be established, and our council has done this. Section 27 of the Act requires that the Mayor chairs the election of the Deputy Mayor. It also requires that the council must resolve whether the Deputy Mayor is to be elected for a 1 or 2 year term. Therefore, I ask for a motion from the floor in this respect. Councillor Garrard.
I move a motion that the Deputy Mayor be elected for a 1 year term.
Thank you, Councillor Garrard. Second by Councillor Dann. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. I now call for nominations for the position of Deputy Mayor.
Councillor Dan, I'd like to nominate Councillor Tan to be elected as Deputy Mayor for the upcoming year.
Thank you. Councillor Dann moves that Councillor Tan be appointed as Deputy Mayor. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Trung has seconded. Are there any further nominations? We have one nomination on the table for the position of Deputy Mayor for the 2024-25 term. This is for Councillor Sophie Tan. Is there any opposition? I declare that Councillor Sophie Tan as the new Deputy Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Tan. I would like you to come and accept the Deputy Mayor medallion. Congratulations, Sophie. Well done. Congratulations, Sophie.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Tan. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land, the Bunurong people, and pay respect to the elders past and present. I also like to respect all cultural ancestors, and even though some of us are a long way from our own traditional lands, we give thanks to our ancestors to their guidance, wisdom, healing, and ongoing connections. I also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge some of our distinguished guests. The former federal MP who's here tonight, the former state MP for Klemda, Mr. Hong Lim, also the president of the Cambodian Federation, Australian Federation, the former mayor and councillor. We do have a few in this chamber this evening. Also want to mention former Mayor Councillor Yu Hon Chia, also the President of the Cambodian Association of Victoria, many faith leaders and community leaders who are here tonight. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So firstly, I would like to officially congratulate Councillor Jim Amidi, the new elected Mayor. I'm looking forward to working with you, alongside you for the next 12 months with my support as well. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the outgoing Mayor, Councillor Lana Formoso, and the outgoing Deputy Mayor, Richard Lim OAM. I want to acknowledge the great year that you did, leading this council with passion and dedication over the past year. Thank you to my fellow councillors for this great honour. I appreciate your faith in me and will work hard to confirm that you have made the right decision, right choice. It is such a privilege to be elected as a Deputy Mayor of the City of Greater Dandenong. Having lived here for 29 years, I came to Australia in 1995 from Cambodia with my mum, single mum. She's also here tonight in the chamber. And also I went to school in Springvale High, so Springvale College. I've also been involved with many local community organisations since I was very young. So I've have a strong attachment to this community, and I'm looking forward to making even stronger connection as a Deputy Mayor. I'm very much looking forward to working alongside with our CEO, Jackie Mayoral, and our executive team and our staff. Always, we've got a lot to do. As a council, we are committed to our community visions of our city being a home to all. Greater Dandenong is a place where you can enjoy and embrace life through celebration and equals opportunity. Over the next 12 years, I look forward to being part of many ways. Our communities celebrate their cultural traditions and special occasions. And as our Mayor mentioned earlier about upcoming years, we have major projects coming up to continue to develop. So one of those will be the completion of the Kingswell South Community Hub. Officially will be complete and open in a half of 2025. Also the new Dandenong Aquatic Centre, Wellbeing, and the process of the Dandenong Community Hubs Centre as well. We also expect to see the completion of the Dandenong new art gallery, which has also been an exciting addition to the artistic and cultural fabric of our community. I look forward to our ongoing works to enhance the Noah Park and Springvale activity centres, along with our regular upgrades, such as local roads, footpaths, lighting, playgrounds and reserves. There is a need for Council to continue to improve our open space, increase our tree canopy coverage, increase and improve the sports facilities, as well as many of our playgrounds as well. So we continue to focus on these things. I am proud to be part of one of the most culturally diverse communities in Australia. Here in Greater Dandenong, we are proudly to share our cultural stories and traditions from a place of safety and belonging. We speak about our life experiences and migrant journeys. This helps our diverse communities to engage with the world around them. It's helped to break down barriers, build bridges, and weave our community cultures and faiths together. While our community may have its challenges, it is our diversity gives us our strengths, focus and strengths. This council commits to retelling the wonderful stories of our city to celebrate Greater Dandenong cultural diversity and showcase our thriving multicultural city and its achievements. We all are part of our city that recognises and supports its most vulnerable residents. I am proud to represent our council that will continue to work and support, especially the senior, the elderly group, the physical and mental health and well-being of all our residents, which is also important to our community. I would like to thank my mum, who is here tonight as well. She is one of my best supporters. Also, Mr. Yu Hon Chi again, he also one of my mentor, and Mr. Hong Lim, and Ms. Bopa Lim as well. I just saw her there. She's also the president of Cambodian Association of Victoria Women's Group. And also, I would like to thank my volunteers, the communities who are supporting me, but most importantly, I want to thank my residents, all my constituents that are supporting me. So once again, thank to my fellow councillors for giving me this opportunity. I commit to working hard as a Deputy Mayor of this fabulous city, alongside with the Mayor and all the councillors here, council executive staff, all the staff, our vibrant community, and to ensure that Dandenong is a better place to live, work, to visit, and to play. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Thanks.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, and wonderful speech. It's great to have you on board as my Deputy. I look forward to working with you over the next 12 months. You are a very good councillor. You've been on council since 2019, and we have worked very closely since that time. This is your second term as Deputy Mayor. You did it in 21. And I really, really look forward to working together for the betterment of our community. And I'd like to say congratulations for getting elected unopposed. Councillor Tan was unopposed at the last election, so give her a round of applause for that. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Now I'll give an opportunity to any other councillors. Councillor Trung, say a few words.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations, Sophia Tang. I think that I remember that you are the first Deputy Mayor of Dandenong City. And also very lucky you when, election come in, you stand only yourself and no one stand with you and no vote for your residents. Is that good for you and for your residents as well? During the many years work with you, I think that you are very good councillor and you fight so strong for the people. And as you know, I think that you will work well with the mayor, new mayor, Jim Mamiti, and both of you will work together and get support from councillor and council staff to serve the city Dandenong residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Trung. Councillor Formoso.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Sophie Tan. Really looking forward to working with you this coming year. I'm sure working alongside our Mayor, you'll have excellent opportunities to shine. You'll work very closely with the Mayor, and I wish you all the success in the coming year. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councillor Formoso. Councillor Yim.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations, Sophie Tan, on being elected as Deputy Mayor. Delighted to be working alongside you in the 12 months to come. I am sure you do great as Deputy Mayor and you'll make a great team with our Mayor, Jim Mamiti.
Thank you, Councillor Yim. Councillor Garrard.
I wish to congratulate Councillor Tan and I wish you all the best for your term.
Thank you, Councillor Garrard. Councillor O'Reilly.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Tan. I think it's well deserved. You've had several years' experience as a councillor and as Deputy Mayor as well. I think what you bring to the role is personal attributes of being understanding of different points of view and not judgmental. I think you are a kind person and even-handed when you deal with people. I think that's important in a leadership position. So I look forward to you joining with the Mayor and your leadership over the next 12 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor O'Reilly. Councillor Doe.
My warmest congratulations on your unopposed election, Deputy Mayor Tan. I look forward to working with you over the next year. I think we can really achieve some amazing results. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Doe. Councillor Dunn.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations, Deputy Mayor Tan. As someone who is also a ward councillor of yours, I've seen up close how active you are in our community in Noble Park. I think almost every community event I've been to in Noble Park, you've been there as well, which really shows how dedicated you are to the role, listening to the concerns locals face, and also showing a genuine interest in their work and their lives as well. Noble Park's undergone an incredible transformation the last few years, and I think that none of that would have been possible without your contribution and advocacy. So your dedication to your constituents reflects that deep commitment, and I congratulate you again, and I look forward to working with you for the next 12 months. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Dunn. Councillor Lett.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, okay, thank you, Mayor. First of all, I would like to congratulate for Sophia, Deputy Mayor. I'm so proud of you. You are a young leadership woman. So I hope we can work together in the next 12 months. So congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Lett. Councillors, can we move on to the next item, 2.3, noting of allowances for the Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Councillors. There is a recommendation on page 10 of tonight's agenda to note the allowances for the Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Councillors as set by the Victorian Independent Remuneration Tribunal. Do I have a mover of the recommendation?
Happy to move.
Moved by Councillor Formosa, second by Councillor Trung. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. Item 2.4, proposed council meeting schedule for 2025. Council generally sets meeting dates at this time for the following year. There is a recommendation on page 12 of the agenda relating to the schedule of council meetings for 2025. Could I have a mover and a seconder for the recommendation on page 12 of tonight's agenda?
Councillor Yim to move.
Councillor Yim.
Councillor
Second by Councillor Dan. Is there any opposition? If there is no opposition, the motion is carried. Item 2.5, appointment of council liaisons and representatives to committees, peak industries, bodies, regional and community-based organisations. Council is represented on many community and peak industry bodies, as well as reference groups and advisory committees established by Council. While the Mayor of the day is typically Council's key representative, there are many associations where Council seeks an involvement, and it is Council's practice to share representations among all councillors to ensure a manageable workload. There are two recommendations on page 15 of the agenda. For the first recommendation, all councillors can remain in the chamber. I would like to call for a councillor to move recommendation 1 on page 15 of tonight's agenda. This recommendation excludes councillor representation for the Dandenong Market Proprietary Limited. Councillor Garrard?
I move recommendation 1 on page 15 of the agenda.
Thank you, Councillor Garrard. Do I have a seconder?
Second.
A second by Deputy Mayor Tang. Is there any opposition? As there is no opposition, the motion is carried. I was going to give an opportunity for the Chief Executive Officer to read out the councillors that have just been passed the motion, excluding the Dandenong Market, which will be heard at the next item.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll just quickly read through these community organisations. Dandenong and District Historical Society, the appointment is Councillor Rhonda Garrard. Dandenong Show Committee, the appointment is Councillor Bob Milkovich, with an alternate as Councillor Jim Mehmeti. Greater Dandenong Interfaith Network, the appointment is Councillor Sophie Tan. Southeast Community Links, the appointment is Councillor Philip Dan, Councillor Lloyd Trung, with an alternate of Councillor Sean O'Reilly. Springvale and District Historical Society, Councillor Alice Fung Le and Councillor Sean O'Reilly. Springvale Benevolent Society, Councillor Alice Fung Le, Councillor Sophie Tan and Councillor Lloyd Trung. I'll now go to the council groups and committees. The Arts Advisory Committee, the new council representative is Councillor Isabel Doe. Audit and Risk Committee, the representative is the Mayor of the Day and Councillor Rhonda Garrard. Australia Day Community Assessment Panel, the appointments are the Mayor of the Day, Councillor Lana Formoso, Councillor Rhonda Garrard, Councillor Alice Fung Le and Councillor Sophie Tan. CEO Employment and Remuneration Committee, Mayor of the Day, Councillor Doe, Councillor Formoso, Councillor Garrard, Councillor Le, Councillor Mehmeti, Councillor O'Reilly, Councillor Tan, Councillor Yim. Children and Family Partnership, appointment is Councillor Lana Formoso. Community Safety Advisory Committee, the Mayor of the Day, Councillor Dan, Councillor Doe, Councillor Tan, Councillor Yim. Cultural Heritage Advisory Committee, the appointee is Councillor Rhonda Garrard. Disability Advisory Committee, Councillor Melinda Yim. LGBTIQA Plus Advisory Committee, Councillor Rhonda Garrard. Local Government Mayoral Task Force supporting people seeking asylum is the Mayor of the Day. Mills Reserve Precinct Advisory Committee, the Mayor of the Day, Councillor Formoso, Councillor Garrard, Councillor Mehmeti, Councillor O'Reilly, Councillor Tan. The Multicultural and People Seeking Asylum Advisory Committee is the Mayor of the Day. Positive Ageing Advisory Committee, Councillor Sophie Tan, Councillor Lloyd Trung, Councillor Melinda Yim. South East Leisure Proprietary Limited, Councillor Lana Formoso with an alternative of Councillor Rhonda Garrard. Springvale Community Hub Committee, Councillor Lett and Councillor O'Reilly, with the alternate being Councillor Doe and Councillor Trung. Sustainability Advisory Committee, Councillor Doe. And Taylors Road Landfill Community Reference Group, Councillor Garrard, with an alternative of Councillor Jim Mametti. Young Leaders Committee, we have the Mayor of the Day and ambassadors are Councillor Formoso, Councillor Dan, Councillor Mametti, Councillor O'Reilly, Councillor Tan, Councillor Rhonda Garrard, Councillor Yim and Councillor Le. And the other committees will be attached to the minutes, and that includes all our peak industry bodies and regional organisations and committees. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Ms Weatherall. The next item, I have a direct material conflict of interest of a non-procuratory nature in recommendation 2 on page 15 of the agenda, because I am a director of a company that has a stall at the Dandenong Market. I will now call on electing of a temporary chair. Do I have a mover? Move it by Councillor Dunn.
Thank you very much, Mayor. I would like to move that Councillor Tan be elected temporary chair due to Councillor Mametti having a direct material conflict of interest in recommendation 2 on page 15 of the agenda.
Thank you, Councillor Dunn. Second, Councillor Garrett.
Councillor Garrett.
Thank you. Are there any objections? As there are no objections, the item is carried. I'd call on Deputy Mayor Tan to take the chair.
Thank you. I would like to call for a councillor to move recommendation 2 on page 15 of tonight's agenda. Any mover?
Mayor.
Councillor Shauna
Deputy
Riley.
Mayor, sorry. I move recommendation 2 on page 15 of the agenda.
Thank you, Councillor Shauna Riley. Any seconder? Councillor Garrett, thank you. Is there any opposition? As there no opposition, the motion is carried. Can we call Councillor Mametti back to the chamber, please? Thanks.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Tan. Item 3, recognition of faith leaders. Before we close the meeting tonight, I'd like to take the moment to acknowledge the role of all the different faith leaders within our diverse community. At this annual meeting, it is traditional to acknowledge the work of the Greater Dandenong Interfaith Network, and I'd like to call on the President of the Interfaith Network, Metap Williams, to read the common statement on behalf of all the faith leaders across our city.
Sorry. May I please ask all the Interfaith Network members and staff and members to stand with us? We're reading our common statement. Thank you. We bring greetings from the faith communities to the Mayor, councillors and people of Greater Dandenong. We offer to the City of Greater Dandenong our common commitment to seek to live together in peace and goodwill. We affirm our desire to promote respect and tolerance for the integrity of each other's beliefs, cultures and traditions. This desire arises not only from our common humanity, but also from our being people of faith and people of prayer. We recognize that as neighbors, we have responsibilities to the community, the world, and ourselves. We therefore urge all citizens, both religious and non-religious, to put aside intolerance, prejudice, and divisiveness to attain peaceful and fruitful coexistence in our city.
Just 1 second. Just hold that. Yep. I reaffirm Council's desire to promote respect and acceptance for the integrity of all faiths, cultures and traditions of communities in the city of Greater Dandenong, in partnership with the Interfaith Network. Thank you to all the faiths within the Greater Dandenong community and to all faiths within the Interfaith Network. Sean, where's the official photographer gone?
There we go. Ready? 1, 2. Come on, Shane. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The formal proceedings of the evening have now been completed, and I declare the meeting closed. Could I ask that all guests retire to the areas outside this chamber while a few photographers are taken, and we will join you shortly for a light supper. Thank you all so very much for being here tonight. Thank you.